Alright, how's it going? Back at the truck again. This time we're looking under the hood. You can see we have it's been sitting here a little bit, collecting some pine needles, which I don't like to see, but what can you do? But now it's time to put all this back together. Since I had it all connected on the other truck and we had to take the whole front end off and all the cab off, all my wiring is disconnected. But that's not what's exciting today. We got in the mail the LS swap long tubes. You can see them there on the dirty old engine. You have to paint the frame here, scratch that up, putting the cab in. You might be able to see down there too, new front shocks finally, so it's not all just sitting on the springs. This side you can see a little nicer. These are just the old Chinesium eBay just LS truck swap headers. Oh, and I got a dipstick tube finally, and nicely it hasn't even lost oil, so cool. My oil pan gasket, like I did take the whole pan off of this and check the rods and make sure the bearings were okay. Everything looked good, like the truck ran of course, but who knew what had happened in its last moments. But the everything was good underneath, no leaks still. In the last video you might have been able to tell we pulled it out to get working on it. There's a big old mess there, but soon the Vortec will work again. Oh, and I forgot to show you, before I had these Camaro the LS1 manifolds in there, and they really, I thought would make it easier, but then of course forgetting that the flange is bolted right to the cat. Finding any old cats off of anything is not, is not possible. I shouldn't have welded up, or no, that was for the air injection. Had air injection on as well. I welded up all those, and then I got to thinking that what if I get pulled over, they're gonna think I removed all this, but my engine did not even come with air injection because it's a 2004. So I would have to explain all that, and that it's no fun, and then finding the flange was impossible. I made one, was a piece of crap, so I'm not going to deal with that anymore, and those will be going elsewhere. Got a fuel pump here, one of our Quantum fuel systems. I just ordered the replacement, I forget what's for, the AC Delco, wherever the number is, pump. And this guy seemed a little nicer. Seems quite nice. They're quite good quality, but who knows, maybe it's terrible and I'll have to take it out, but should work for the money. Just forget what I showed you guys last time, but I have the headers on the truck. You can see I am going to need some different spark plug wires. I don't know why I put my arm so weird, but these guys are just touching. The other ones are okay. Yeah, so just a couple of them are touching, not that big a deal, but these are just some wires off a stock truck anyways. And then I cleaned off all the pine needles and crap from it sitting here under the pine tree. You can see actually it's a little bit clean. Blew off the engine a little bit, blew off a whole bunch of paint, so all that crap needs to be taken back off. Then I found out my pulleys, well, this one's not the worst, it's just a little tight, but my water pump was making terrible noises yesterday. I think it's all rusty inside. And then my tensioner up here is not actually tensioning, it's just frozen, so that's great. But I did hook up my power steering pump, filled up with fluid. I just put a little a hose on that side to cap it off till I find a proper cap, but it's actually hooked up to the stock steering box nicely. I have dipstick there. I don't know if I showed you that before, but finally got one of those. Now I just need to wire up all my wires. Like this guy, I need a VSS signal, so I need to buy something for that. And then the other side I just disconnected it when I took the cab off the truck. But I'll show you back here too. So a few things. Finally got the leaf springs bolted on. You can see the tank there. But yeah, that's a big bonus. See over there too. Finally actually bolted up so it has rear suspension. And went under and you see my old grill and fan shroud just sitting there. But I actually put the body mounts in and tightened it all down finally. So that is good too. This crap, I'm going to have to make a little stand to hold the air box. So I want to use the one for the truck. So yeah, not too bad. Let's see if I go over here, you guys can see a little better. One day we will have be not working on this back here. But yeah, you can see I put in this trim panel, mocking up the front bumper because the bumper's for a 84 like the cab, but the frame is a no, you can't see under there anymore. But yeah, the frame is for a 77, so the bumper mounts are a little bit different. And then I might as well show you inside, show you all the nice parts. This side of the truck is too bright with the sun. Oh, okay, if I stand here, see, if you've never seen inside here, someone painted this all nice Blue Jays blue, or Maple Leafs blue, I don't know. And then this side of the floor is great, nice fiberglass repair. So I will be doing this rocker too, and the floor pan, which I have. To show you this side, I have patched, but then let it sit outside forever, that little bit, and then I did the rocker panel. Just need to finish up this crap, well, and wire wheel all this back off. You can see I cut it too short, and then that was annoying, but not too bad in here. I want to get the truck running, then I'm going to do that floor, and then we can, make it a little more nice. But overall, I'm not upset with in here. Seat's nice. It's a little bit dog hair covered, and dash is pretty nice for a beat up old truck. Oh, we got another little nice little hole right there. That's great. But otherwise, not bad. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of the trucks have holes like all in here, so I'm glad this one does not. And yeah, nice derelict interior. Steering wheel not too bad, not too cracked. Anyways, that's just a little update for now. Next I'll be buying front brakes for it, because I don't have any of the brakes. Well, okay, I have rotors, but the rotors are just, they're done. And then I need all the back brakes. Thankfully I do have backing plates. And then need to bend all the lines. Need to bend fuel lines. That's it. So hopefully we'll be coming back with that soon. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, just working on the fuel pump here. Figured I'd bring you a little bit of another update. Just swapping over from the factory 87 Blazer pump, which does not have enough fuel pressure, to a I guess to be like a Walbro 255 equivalent. And right now just about to splice in the wires. It's basically the same, except for the plug is a little bit different. So you can see the old plug here. You just need to put the pink to the red, black to black, solder them up nice, and you'll be good to go. So that's that. And I'm also just cleaning up and painting the tank, so I'll show you that once I throw all this crap together. Okay, back out here with the Buttcrack Builds broken half C10 build. If you guys remember, it used to be long bed, now it's a short bed. Has a bed we got from a guy nicely for $100, so it's not the nicest. And then I've left it chilling for the last couple of years, so it's been making me regret my decisions. And then this part of the regret is the terrible rocker job I did. So I'm hoping you can actually see some of this, trying to shade the camera. But I started putting the rocker in, started cutting things too much, and then had huge gaps, and then I quit. So now I've been back out here fixing the gaps, welding up this crap, and then there's some more up here. You can see, I had to patch the floor right there, but you know, getting it back together while I get painted so it stops rusting up. And yeah, been looking at the interior again finally, seeing what I got myself into. The other side, unfortunately, is partially fiberglass, so we'll see about that. But I do have a whole floor patch. But that we're going to worry about once this guy can actually move, and then I can turn it around, pull it out the alleyway. But yeah, I'll show you after I do a little bit here, and have something to show you. Oh, alright, back, did a little bit of welding here. You know, not the greatest, but it sucks welding sheet metal. Gonna have to get something to get in there. Oh, and I noticed I got a little more porosity, or not porosity, a little burn through there, but that's okay because I noticed also there's a little bit of bit missing down there on the cab corner, but that's all right, not a big deal. Of course, you know, this is not a nice truck. Like, look at my bed, man. So I just want it to be able to pass safety, and that's it really. So finish up on that. There's do a little bit more down there, and a bit tight grinding. But this is definitely an example of why you want to take your time when you cut your patches. I don't know why I was in such a hurry. I just wanted to get done in 10 seconds, I guess, and then it never works out like that. So you end up taking 2 years to do it. So take your time, cut out more, like even more than that. This whole thing, cut the whole bottom off. Don't trust previous owners' cab corners. If they paint it with this bumpy undercoating paint, there is a reason why they didn't do it nice. So yeah, well, probably have to revisit this in the future, but that's okay. Not too worried about it. Yeah, not making this to be a show truck. I want this to be my daily driver. So anyways, this guy, open it up. I soldered all the wires I cut to take the cab off. I don't think I showed you that in the last video. If I did, apologize. Oh, and I reattached my relays. Tidied up under here a little bit, and I just figured out some stuff I'm gonna have to fix. Like this bottle's a little bit tilted down, so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna hold that. Like it used to have little push-in guys on the back, so maybe make something a little bit like that. See, nice headers, still looking dope. And yeah, so then next week we'll be ordering fuel lines so we can come from the tank. I'm just going to get the ones off the Blazer too, because then they can bolt on nice and I can just, you know, fiddle fart with the front up here. And yeah, I got the starter on, so really that'll be it. Once we do that, we can stick the battery back in there and see if she cranks up again. Alright, just last little update for today. Got all this welded up and cleaned up, sanded all, primed it, so good enough for me, I think. I put some little seam sealer on there and all that. It'll look nice, and certainly good enough for this truck. So that's the last update for today. Gotta go to work, so we'll be back and probably do some little, you know, redneck touch up on there. Kind of want to see about getting a new fender for this side. The other side's fiberglass and is in good shape. But we'll see about that. Anyways, thanks for watching.